Lance here, and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. And in this episode, we're going to be doing the plethora of side quests that were given to us after the really penultimatum battle with Ultima. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen, but now I feel as if I need to do these since we've done all of them previously, and we kind of owe it to ourselves to see it through to the end. So let's start here at the missives table, shall we? We have two. A new life missive from Gav. While the going was slow and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. But I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Indeed it is. And we have two side quests here. First, from Karen in the Mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right. My gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Okay, let's go ahead and heed Karen's request.
What is it this time, Torgal?
While we're here, let's get the other missive quest. In search of a lost home. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed too injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distance, that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Okay. Let's go speak with Karen first. Visit Torgal on the rear decks. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so he's right out there. Hopefully that one doesn't take long. I can't imagine these all are going to take incredibly long, but we'll see.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our son.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Alright, let's go ahead and follow Torgal. Where is he? Over here.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Alright, looks like we're going to Port Isolde. Which would be where? Over here. Oh, what is this? Okay, some sharp things. Looks like he just wants to get one last view of the old duchy, huh?
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
The rookery.
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
I don't think you know who you're racing there, Clive.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did You bring these here. My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
I wonder what more Torgo has to show us. Which we'll
think I
find
know
out
where
here in
we're
a
going.
sec. I don't mind this side quest. You know, because it does kind of add a little bit more story to it, which is kind of cool.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
And that was a pretty quick completion. Not bad. We get our charred sparring sword, which is a curiosity that can be displayed in Clive's chambers. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by a faithful friend in the aftermath of the Iron Blood invasion 18 winters past. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Rodney Murdoch. And you also get Cavil's Fang. Even a legendary king, surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens, would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Cavil. That increases Torgal's attack potency. I wonder if there is like a good Torgal build that we could probably try. Maybe we'll look into it. Alright. Let's head back to the hideaway. We don't have any side quests here, which is good. But we have plenty in the hideaway that we need to complete. And we'll speak with Vivian next. I can't imagine that's all the rest of the bounties either. Oh, let's speak with Desiree, because she has something for us.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Continental acclaim. If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish, herself being one such woman, Gareth. And we get the Genji gloves.
Here you are.
And that means we only need about 500 more to unlock the final bounty
Best of luck
from the
out there,
Patron's
Sid.
Whisper. What are the Genji gloves? Let's see. Oh, and this is just a flat increase to damage by 5%. The island warriors of the Far East are said to claim a piece of battle armor of a slain soldier following a battle, wearing it over their own until the next encounter, at which time they finally remove it. The warriors believe that the spirit of the fallen foe will now lend them their strength. I think that's good. I think we'll replace that with our lightning rod damage. The Ice Age damage I'm not really feeling, because I more so use Ice Age for the freeze and the stagger than I do the damage. So I think we're going to replace that. Not with the adamantine gauntlets, but maybe the pool of darkness for dancing steel. Yeah, I think dancing steel would probably be good, because if we can fill up our Zenitsuken Gauge with just that, I think that'd be great. Let's speak with Vivian.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
And I figured our quest here would bring us back to Harpocrates. I mean, who better to know the whereabouts of a book than him?
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
A fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Holy hell, okay. Make for Garnick. Man, I may have been wrong about these being quick. If all they're gonna do is talk like that. Where is Garnick? Is it in Waloed? It is. Nice to see his side quest bringers back here, although not surprised.
Fly, Ambrosia!
Okay, we're just gonna skip all that nonsense. And we are in
Looks
Garnick.
abandoned. Now,
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that the
which
village
house
would
would
be
a bookworm live
bustling, given the state of Waloed. Royal Intelligencer Training Report. In the wake of the tragic fire at Cair Norvin in 873 V and the subsequent depletion of our most highly practiced intelligencers, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in clandestine maneuvers, improvised weaponry, and assassination techniques, and dispatch promising volunteers to Stonier for inspection. This report details progress made by the stronghold at Garnick in reinvigorating Waloed's ranks of esteemed intelligencers.
this is a Royal Army logbook.
Got a chest in here
Take
with
this
an
from the
empty
local
shard.
bar-
A complete bounty of Banes. Oh, how do you say that? A Tirfotida, or Tail of Wyvern. White of flower and black of root, the latter of which gives out an inky gall when cut or crushed. The tribesmen of Northern Storm prick their skin with oaken needles soaked in such, drawing curious patterns about their arms and legs in honor of their heathen gods. The gall is passing toxicate, that a single drop taken by mouth may result in cramps, most painful for 5 days and 5 nights. Or, if applied to a wound, certain death. Should a slip of the needle end a young warrior's life, it is said that his skin print failed to find favor among the heavens. Okay, I don't know what any of that
His
means.
interests were certainly...
The folklorist fabulary, the Moogle. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valestine folktales than the humble Moogle. Though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps, most stories depict them as clumsy, yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labors. They are said to have sweet tooths, leading to the common superstition that one must not leave cakes or other sweetmeats uncovered overnight, lest naught remain but crumbs come morning. In appearance, they are described as being covered head to toe in soft white fur, excepting the small, dark wings by which they are somehow able to take flight, and the brightly colored pom-poms that protrude from the tops of their heads. And yet, there is one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than even the orb that tops its brow: the fact that the creatures actually exist. Preposterous, I hear you cry. Everybody knows that Moogles are the stuff of legend. I quite agree. but every legend has its basis in truth, and in the case of the mule, the fact may not be so dissimilar to fiction. Ancient bestiaries list the white mule whose feet do not touch the ground among the beasts of the realm, and the illustration beside the name, why, it is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not known to still survive in the twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carried them to other climes. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they do still live among us, hidden away far from human view.
Married.
Oh, here we go. From a distance. What is that? Chapter 16, The Fall of the Bearers. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift came to be commonly known is most likely contraction of bearer of the heavenly blessing. The wording used by the tribunes of the time, those born with the blessing were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion, led by the bearers themselves, a development that would prove faithful. The divers nation of the time were unanimous of the disapproval of the founding of the church, while the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state. They were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meeting by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist this persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh a generation and decimated the population of men and bearers both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Valisthian people. After the bearers' last resistance was crushed, the nations of Valisthea came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. Its well-known phrase, bearers are other than human, has its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies.
This is it.
And there we have the book.
But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Alright, nothing else of note in here. Leave Garnick. Okay, I'm sure we're gonna get ambushed by something then. Yeah. Probably wouldn't have let us fast travel either.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
I don't think he realizes who we are. Where did these go? Whoa. They kind of just appeared.
Let's see,
Okay.
shall we?
That's fine. They are level 40 though. These are probably the highest level minions that we've had to face so far.
Slow.
this, maybe? Nope. That's okay. Break that we can use there. Just under rank 5. That's okay. We'll get him here. Look at that. Photo finish.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Alright, now we can return to Vivian.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
Alright, from a distance, no mention is made to the name of the author, whether that is because the title page has been lost to time or because the tome was published anonymously. It is impossible to say.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Alright, what do we get for our troubles? Let's see. A scholar's bonnet. Vivian Ninetail's scholarly headwear, awarded to her upon the completion of her studies at the University of Canver. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do. Vivian Ninetails. Okay. It looks like we're really racking up all the the curiosities within our chambers now with these side quests. Oh, no. Oh, we have another bounty. Let's check in with Nectar to see what new bounties there are. Okay, we have one final one. The Wailing Banshee, and that's A. Cursebreakers came across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. Misled by the abomination's appearance into thinking she might be a local woman, they went to offer their help. But soon it was they who were seeking salvation. The survivors say they can still hear the screams, both those of the white and those of their fallen comrades. And that's going to be in Garnick, where we were just at. We're going to go ahead and save that one. I want to see if... Let's see, trial and error. The chest ones usually reward items. And so in order to get Gotterdammerung, we need the items. So we're going to do one of those next. Let's just do the one down here, trial and error.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
My time is yours, because we have nothing better to do with it.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Alrighty. So we accepted trial and error.
Northreach.
Meet Nazir in Northreach. Okay. Let's make sure that we're going to the right place. Yep.
Nazir might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I've nerve.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You will need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
We're gonna have to save this man, aren't we?
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Alright, how do we get up there? Okay, just through the holy hand here. So we'll just go ahead and ride our chocobo.
Go. Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking about maybe when I put on the cosmetic stuff, it's not showing because I have a special attire on. I'm gonna go back to the redstone and see if I can change it, and it'll populate within my current equipment.
Damn it.
Yep, I knew it.
Draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Sneaky. Oh, I need to restock my potions. Alright, should be here. Get a dragon talon.
Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Now time to return to Nazir and Northreach. It's just fast travel back.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
I think, you know...
Should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, neither did you, I hear.
We can't expect our scouts to fight, but there was a bit of cowardice in not helping us. But he did do the job. I think we'll just go in his favor.
Welcome
Use
back,
all the
Sid.
help we can get.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
He did what he needed to do, that's for sure.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the Cursebreakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'd be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Alright, another one down. And we get the Breath of Lightning for Pile Drive, which reduces Pile Drive cooldown by 4.2 seconds. 4.2 is not bad, actually. I will say, 4.2 is not bad. Alright, let's go back to the Redstone, because I want to see about that uniform. And our appearance. So we go to us, we do normal. Okay. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, that answers that. All right. We have a still number of things to do. We have one for Joshua. We have one for Gav. And then we have one for Uncle Byron. Let's talk to Gav.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay, silver linings. Speak with the merchants in Martha's Rest. Got it. We'll find something for Eda.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
Is that who I need? I think so, yeah.
Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Alright, who else do we need to talk to? Probably up here. That's where most of the merchants are.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin.
Oh, I need to restock on stuff.
Anything catch your eye? There you go. Thanks very much. Much obliged. Thanks very much.
There we go. Do we have another merchant up here? Where's the last one?
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicereine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Okay, we just have one last merchant to find. Let's check back here. Usually there's one hiding back here. Unless it's inside of the inn.
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars couldn't hurt me.
Aha, here we go.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted
Looks
in
like
the
we're going to
hills
be
near
taking to
Rhiannon's
Rhiannon's ride. Which is just up the ways.
Sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here.
Can hardly make out a bloomin' thing. All for a sunny day. Faster!
Oh no, it's gonna be back there.
Time to
Up
fight.
and to the left. Okay.
Tracks.
Yeah, I don't want to fight those fallen guys. Not
All
worth
left
it.
by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything.
Oh, look at that. How convenient.
Well, I'll be damned.
We're gonna kill this thing, aren't we?
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
You know, we can always choose not to engage in mass extinction.
It was no trouble at all.
Oh, it's Ember.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
We have the silver chocobo feather. To the people of the north, silver chocobos are symbols of good fortune, the mere sight of one potentially meaning the difference between a failed harvest and a bumper crop, according to Gav at least.
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Okay, let's go speak with Etta. She's gonna be in the infirmary. Yeah, she is.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Kind of an interesting quest. Kind of wish we would have had that earlier, though. Okay, we get the winter mead, a potent potable made from honey collected in the Northern Territory's short summers and fermented slowly over the next 6 moons. Said to warm the belly on the North's cold winter nights. I said I was thirsty. Gav. Okay. I laughed at potent potables because it reminds me of an SNL skit with Will Ferrell as the Alex Trebek when they do Jeopardy. But anyway, I do wish we had that side quest earlier because it really does open up a lot more about Gav and it would have been nice to kind of have that connection to him before we got into all this. All right, so we have a couple more side quests here. What do we want to do next? I think we'll do one more for this episode. Given the length of these side quests, considering we have Line in the Sand there, Duty Undying there, under new management there, it's gonna be a while. So what we'll do is we'll see what the missives table has. And then I want to do that bounty to see if we can't get the last piece we need for Goddard Damerung. Okay, pull again. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with From a Distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again, that those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. And a fine hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. He'd step in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you. That don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of kubo nuts. It'd do good to remember that, Karen. And making amends. Master Clive, I am aware that there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you to visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness, Prince Dion. It's for Harpocrates. Okay, cool. So something surrounding Prince Dion.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
And I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I think Prince Dion is probably the most interesting and nuanced character in this game. I know that may be a point of contention for some people, but I think his story is probably one of the coolest. And that I wish that we had more time to spend around his character as well. But let's go speak with Harpocrates and see what he has concerning Prince Dion.
Lordsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Alright. So, looks like we're going back to Elude to find a wyvern's tail. And I think while we're here, we'll also do that bounty up in Garnick, I believe it was, with the Wailing Banshee. Alright. And it's going to be in the Angry Gap. Because maybe that Banshee has the last piece we need for Gotterdammerung. Typically we get a lot of those items from bounties. Oh, we have a chest here. Probably just some crafting materials, yeah. Okay.
Come on.
Oops. Blue trifle. Yeah, I don't like those ones.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
What is that? That's gotta be a bounty too, right? Maybe, maybe not.
Too slow. Nice try.
The disparity of damage between rank 4 and 5 is insane. This is a really strong unit. Nice. And that permafrost kept him frozen for quite a while too. 5. Very cool. Oh, he's still frozen. Okay, let's go ahead and pick these flowers. Oh, wait. Oh, come on. Come on, Torgal. Can we...
Go, Torgal!
Alright. There we go.
Here they are. Might as
What
well
is
big
that
enough for a
over
bunch,
there?
I suppose. No holding
Okay,
back.
it's not a bounty. Oh, shoot. I meant to do the bounty that we had up there. That's fine. We'll do that right after this.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Wild Wyvern Tail. Records suggest that the wyvern tail was first cultivated for the purpose of distilling a purple dye from its petals. However, when the tended blooms were discovered to lose their hue over time, the gardeners of early Ballistea made the fateful decision to investigate the practical properties of their roots instead.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Let's go speak with Dion.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No, only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, Accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Okay, really racking up these curiosities. We get the Stolas Quill, Lordsman Harpocrates' best-loved writing implement, whose nib has scribed many a learned tome. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime, all those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. We also get Bahamut's Mercy, which reduces Gigaflare cooldown time by 6.0 seconds. Actually not bad. 6 seconds is pretty good. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's head up back to Garnick here in the Videgras. Was this one? Yep. And we'll do this bounty.
Let's go. Back to the stables, girl.
Oh shit. Giza Malik. This person looks cool. This is like Garuda.
Harmon's madness lives on.
Probably gonna be tough to get like off, but we'll try it. Okay, we almost have her staggered. Great. Just trying to get Mega Flare going. But I can't get the dodges. These ones require a little bit more precision. Good.
To me, boy.
Almost died there. Let's get her parried. There we go. Yes. This on. Great. We can do Rebirth. This. I doubt we'll be able to get our Zenitikin off during its stagger. But we can do it now. Very cool. Close to a level up too, not bad. We get a Clouded Eye, Sharp Fang, and Magic Ash.
Rest in peace.
Not what we needed though. Forgot our damn run. That's okay. Okay, let's head back to the hideaway then. We have a new missive, which we'll check later. There's no quest though. All right, and we're gonna end the episode here. This is part 1 of potentially a 2 or 3 part series of side quests, just because of how long they're taking, and I don't want to make a 4-hour video. That might be just too much. But we'll end it here, and when we pick up, we will continue more side quests and see what else we'll get for our quarters and crafting materials. In any case, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time.